The man was a violent lion monster, while his wife was a timid mouse spirit, just because she didn't wear the dress he liked. That night, the lion monster completely lost his temper and shoved his wife off the building. The poor woman died on the spot. By chance, the family's housekeeper witnessed the whole thing. A few months later, the rich man's murder trial began. At first, it looked like an open and shut case, but once the trial started, everything suddenly took a shocking turn. That was because the billionaire hired Portland's top lawyer. He had been practicing for over 30 years and had never lost a single case. Under his defense, the rich man was reshaped into the perfect husband, while the murdered wife was portrayed as mentally unstable. This story shouldn't have convinced the jury, but the lawyer had a terrifying kind of magic. He could make the jury believe his lies. In the blink of an eye, everyone in the jury box began to think the rich man was innocent. After court was adjourned, Lisa returned to the pharmacy completely exhausted. Uncle Wolf thought she was sick, but Lisa told him about the strange experience in court. Even she couldn't believe it. She had developed completely opposite opinions about a case that was clearly proven. And even now, the lawyer's twisted arguments were still stuck in her head. Uncle Wolf sighed and said, "That lawyer must be incredibly powerful." The next day, Uncle Wolf went to court with Lisa. The housekeeper took the stand and testified against the rich man. Once again, the lawyer used his magic. The housekeeper's memory was actually altered. What was originally the husband pushing his wife to death turned into the wife jumping on her own. The case became even more complicated. The judge announced another recess. Uncle Wolf and Lisa exchanged a look and instantly realized something was very wrong with this lawyer. So Uncle Wolf secretly followed him into the restroom. Suddenly, a frog hopped out. Hearing the chewing sounds inside, even with the door in between, Uncle Wolf figured it out immediately. The lawyer was a goat monster. Goat monsters have the power to hypnotize others. No wonder he could twist black into white. Uncle Wolf immediately called Nick and explained everything about the case. Nick had heard of this lawyer long ago. He was a legend in Portland's legal world. Under his control, this case was about to be completely reversed. Nick wasn't dealing with a goat monster for the first time. He knew exactly how terrifying its power was. Once the goat monster used its magic, clearing a guilty man was effortless. When the court resumed, Officer Wu was called to testify. He was the one who handled the case from the beginning. Jack didn't fully understand how dangerous the goat monster really was. He had complete confidence in Wu. Wu stated that when he arrived at the scene that night, he saw no grief on the rich man's face at all. Instead, there was only cruelty and rage. Then it was the lawyer's turn to speak. He unleashed his magic once again. An invisible force surrounded Wu. His firm, determined gaze slowly became confused when he recalled that night again. The rich man's expression had turned into deep sorrow and regret. Even Wu had fallen under the spell. Jack couldn't believe what he was seeing. Tomorrow would be the final verdict. None of them wanted to see a criminal walk free, but the goat monster's power was absolutely terrifying. Lisa finally found a solution in an ancient book. Inside the goat monster's brain was a special gland that controlled the release of external hormones. After eating that specific frog, the gland would go into overload, dramatically increasing hormone secretion. And there happened to be a potion that could destroy this gland, but it required one key ingredient, the goat monster's own sweat. That immediately stumped everyone. Then Nick suddenly had an idea. He slowly turned to look at Uncle Wolf. Uncle Wolf felt a chill down his spine. Judging by that look, this guy was definitely about to drag him into trouble again.